Hello, my name is Isabella Perez, and the Chicano film that I will be reviewing is La Bamba. The title of the film is a very popular song that all Hispanics know by heart. La Bamba is a narrative film written and directed by Luis Valdez, made in 1987, with most of the filming done in San Fernando Valley to portray a realistic story. La Bamba tells the story of Mexican-American Richie Valens, that is played by Lou Diamond, and his breakout success, along with his relationship with his brother Bob, who is played by Isai Morales. The film is about the life and short-lived musical career of the rock and roll star. The opening scene is a dream of a plane crash which not only predicts the way the life of the singer ended, but it also anticipates the viewers who know how his life ended in a plane crash when it's going to take place in the film. This film not only tells the story of Valens, his rise and horrific death, but also follows the struggles of his brother Bob dealing with issues such as alcoholism and to some extent jealousy. It also shows the unconditional love and support that Richie receives from his mother, Connie Valenzuela, who is played by Rosana de Soto. It is a film essentially about the dynamics of family and chasing big dreams. The film is a respectable biopic showing Richie Valens' path to fame while also addressing issues such as domestic disputes, racism, and elitism. This film is a great example of Chicano cinema and it fits into the theatrical foundation. This statement can be backed up with information from the following articles: Notes on Chicano Cinema by Jason C. Johansson, A Cinema of Failure by Greg Barrios, and the Aztlán Film Institute's Top 100 list by Char Noriega. This film is considered Chicano cinema because it follows the many attributes listed in the article by Johansson. This article is somewhat of a guideline which makes it easy to distinguish why La Bamba is a Chicano film. It reaffirms the respect of culture, asks viewers to pause and reflect, and the larger-than-life mystique. The film reaffirms the respective culture of being a Mexican American. It highlights the prejudice many Mexican Americans faced, and a prime example of this is the fact that the father of Richie's girlfriend, Donna, does not like Richie because of his ethnic background. This is also evident in Valens' name change to better suit the profession he was in, his real name being Richie Valenzuela. The larger-than-life mystique is a relevant theme seen in the movie considering that it takes place in the 1950s, which was a tough time for Mexican Americans. The fact that Valens was able to fulfill some of his dreams considering his predicament of being Hispanic, that itself is a larger-than-life mystique. His whole story and the film makes the viewers pause and reflect on Valens' short, successful life. In the article, A Cinema of Failure by Greg Barrios, it speaks of the style of film Efrain Gutierrez creates. His films often showcase stereotypical Mexican behavior or cultural norms, which are often frowned upon to show, but his films are deemed realistic by the author of the article. By showing the authenticity of what it's like to be Chicano, it makes it cinema. In La Bamba, there are scenes that can be very stereotypical, such as Mexicans working on a field and picking, as well as struggling with alcoholism and being enticed by women. More specifically, like the scenes where Bob, Valens' brother, takes him to visit a brothel for Richie to get some tail. Yes, to the untrained eye, this may be harmful to the way Chicanos are represented, and maybe even an unfair portrayal that only focuses on the negativity, but at the same time it shows the reality of what Chicano culture is, especially during that time. It not only makes it more relatable, it makes the film much more raw. The article, The Aztlán Film Institute's Top 100 list by Char Noriega, lists some excellent Chicano films from many different types of genres. Although La Bamba is not a film on the list, another film by the director and writer Luis Valdez is on there. The film that is listed is narrative by the name of La Pastorela, The Shepherd's Tale, made in 1991. This just proves that Valdez has the proper knowledge and framework for creating a Chicano film. Valdez understood how to approach the icon story. La Bamba not only tells the story of Richie Valens, but it also tells the story of a Chicano icon. When watching the film, seeing him start from nothing to being a star, it gives you a sense of hope, the same way other Chicano films do, especially when it's someone who looks like you, speaks like you, and has the same background as you. It makes it relatable, which is why it feels much more personal when he dies because he had only just begun. When the final scene of the film and Richie's life come to an end, the story is wrapped up with a heartfelt and heartbreaking phone conversation between Bob and Richie, where they promise to meet each other at Richie's next show. He never made it, making the conversation much more sincere. His plane crashed on February 3, 1959, also known as the day music died, breaking the hearts of many people who idolized him. The cinematography of the film is visually appealing to the audience and plenty of mise-en-scene elements. Some example of the elements can be seen with the music of late Richie Valens being played throughout the film. The scenery changes as he becomes more successful, such as buildings and architecture, where they first are depicted as rugged, then becoming more glitzy. And finally, the dialogue of the movie, where it is evident there is conflict, such as scenes with Richie's brother or Donna's father. This film is sentimental and sweet about a kid who never really got a chance to show the world his true potential. The best things in it are the most unexpected things. It shows the portraits of everyday life and the reality of being Chicano, a loving mother, a brother who loves and resents him. It portrayed a young kid growing up and tasting fame and leaving everyone who attended his funeral shocked that his life ended so soon and quickly, just as it seemed that it was barely beginning, not making it to be 18 years old. The film La Bamba, written and directed by Luis Valdez, is a good example of Chicano film. It was released in the era of Hispanic Hollywood, and with its success, it marked a new turning point for mainstream film, opening a gateway. Under Valdez's direction, the film was created to show the expression of the American dream that many have while embracing the rise of movies showcasing more diverse ethnic groups. Valdez valued the history as well as the cinematics when it came to La Bamba. He also valued the importance of Richie Valens and took into consideration the fact that he will forever be a Chicano icon to many Mexican Americans and to the same individuals with the same passion for music and for those with large dreams. I appreciate the fact that he also casted individuals with a Hispanic ethnic background. It is evident a tremendous amount of care was put into the production of the film, portraying Valens as an honest and vibrant musician who has gone too soon and who still had much more ahead of him.